Blah freaking blah. What's up, guys? Happy Monday. Welcome to Blah freaking blah. My name's Eric. Thank you for joining me. Before I get into this podcast for the day, I want to give a quick note for any of you who don't know. Powers Booth passed away over the weekend, and I wish the family my condolences and prayers for peace for them. And he will be extremely missed. He's one of my favorite actors, so rest in peace, Powers Booth. Today, what are we talking about today? We're going to get away from Marvel, right? We're going to talk about something else for a little bit, right? Nope. Because you know why? I'm going to review a film today, and of course the movie I went to go see was Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. The original film had this gritty aesthetic, and you know, it had this bigger than life feel to it. It was very, I mean, I hesitate to say rock and roll Star Wars, but it was. It was it was expansive and it was huge, and I thought, well, this film somehow looks smaller. I don't remember if I said that in the actual review, but like I said, you can watch that if you'd like. But come to find out, that was a merited concern. This film, tonally and visually, just looks way different than the first one to me. Now, don't get me wrong. This is not a bad thing. This is just kind of where I'm. So we'll start with this. I'll give you the who and the what and what I thought about it. First off is the who. So if you liked the first film, let's get this out of the way because I want to get the non-spoiler section of this review in the can, just for you, so you can get to the point. The short version is, guys, if you liked the first one, you will probably like the second one. Period. This movie is fun. It is extraordinarily well done. It does look amazing, but it is different. This is a different type of sequel. It is the sequel that goes smaller than the original. Smaller and more personal. It actually, to me, it kind of took from the template of Empire Strikes Back. Or, I had another sequel in mind that had done that as well. Where they go more personal in it and not bigger. And not repeating the same thing that happened in the original story. After I saw the film, I had to really digest it. I was like, did I, when you ever watch a movie where you just have to digest and think, well, did I like it? And 9 times out of 10 with me, if I have to sit for a minute and think about the movie, I probably will end up liking it a lot because it challenged me. It challenged my expectations. They were very focused on family, and it's not just about his father, but the theme is running through the entire film is the importance of family and being there for one another. And at the end of the day, guys, when I thought about it for a little while, I really enjoyed the film. It was not what I expected, and as far as the look of the film, so this film is the first feature film shot with Red Digital Cinema's Weapon Helium digital camera, and it is the first feature film shot in 8K resolution. That would be why it looked so crisp. That would at least explain why I was like, the film looks so crisp. And what bothered me about that was I loved the aesthetic of the first one. Pushing things forward, and especially coming up with, I have a feeling this may be the way the new Avengers film looks. I don't know. But like I said, it kind of fit. The crisper, cleaner look kind of fit the story. So it ended up working out well. So my recommendation, my spoiler-free recommendation, is go see it. Chances are you will enjoy it. Yeah, I don't think you'll have any problem with it. So spoilers! Spoilers. Love you, mean it. I thought that the analogy of having to turn against ego in favor of family and sacrifice, it was a theme that kind of was echoed in Doctor Strange. Doctor Strange was a good movie, but it was vapid in a lot of ways where it just didn't get too much depth, which is not a complaint I hold against. I wish it had been a little deeper, a little meatier, but it was a great film and it was a lot of fun. Yes, it did pull a lot from Inception and The Matrix and a couple of other films, but they are very open about that influence. So I don't think that the filmmakers are ignoring what's come before. They were pulling influences and they were honest about where it came from. Another highlight of this film for me was Michael Rooker. Oh my God, I love that guy. I've been a fan of his, I mean, since Tombstone and before. For 20 years, I love seeing him, his resurgence recently with being in The Walking Dead and with, landing in the Guardians of the Galaxy and being in James Gunn films. And he's just an amazing guy. And I mean, I laughed hysterically at the Mary Poppins joke. That was just phenomenal. His character arc was probably my favorite arc in this whole film. But to have him, Kurt Russell as Ego, I mean, Rocket Raccoon has growth. I mean, every character, Gunn really, that they just really pushed to give every single character a very solid story arc. And to me, after Avengers Infinity War, this is my personal opinion because everybody's wondering where it's going to go. To me, this type of film is where it should go. Back to personal stories for a few movies. Just let's establish some characters again. Let's have character moments because this was a really enjoyable film. I've heard a lot of complaints about the gold race of people or whatever. I can see where that complaint's coming from, but to me, I don't get why that's a deal. I really don't because it's established like very early on exposition wise that they are a shallow, conceited people. And Rocket Raccoon stole from them, and it was within the law that they should die, and they're shallow, and they're conceited, and they're prideful, so, I mean, they're dead. I mean, it's not like they need this huge motivation, it's just who they are. I've known people like this, so to have an entire race like that, it's pretty horrifying. But they're all about their pride, and they just do their thing, and I mean, it's kind of who they are, so I'm cool with it. I thought it was fine. Was it better than the first one for me? No, it really wasn't. But the first one was really lightning in a bottle. I am rambling because I am dirt dog tired right now, but I wanted to get this review out to you guys, let you know that anybody sitting on the fence, if you take my word for it, I really think that you would enjoy the film. See it in 3D because 8K resolution. I didn't see this in 3D, and now I'm going to have to go back and watch it because 8K resolution. This thing is like super high definition. Vibrant colors, looks really good. I mean, it's hilarious because they spent a ton more money on a movie that was ultimately a smaller story. Oh, and by the way, if you're going to see this film in the theater, there are 5, count them, 5 end credit scenes. So keep that in mind. Make sure you stay seated for all the shindiggery that comes after the movie is over with. And oh, yes, Sylvester Stallone and Michelle Yeoh as space pirates, dude. I will buy that ticket now. I don't care what that movie is about. They're gonna make that film. I will buy a handful of tickets right now and just wait. I don't even know I don't care what they call it. Expendables of space. I give a crap. Bring in Jason Statham. It'll be a fun movie. Bring in everybody. Jean-Claude Van Damme. It's his ancestor. I mean, do something funny. Dolph Lundgren. God almighty. Those knuckleheads in space shooting guns. That'd be great. Anyway, I'm going to get off this diatribe. Thank you guys for listening. And remember, for your purchasing pleasure, till May 30th, I have my first ever shirt from teespring.com that is basically in honor of the conversation that I've had with you guys for the past week. And it has been phenomenal, and I have loved it. And just for that, I made this shirt up. And it says, throw some text up here, boom, enjoy marvelous stories. Just, so you can wear it and rib the Marvel guys a little bit, rib Marvel a little bit, but just say your piece about how you don't like it. Wear it proudly. I got this shirt, and it is available until May 30th. And just to show that we're not just being completely snarky with this, 10% of all my profits, all the profits gathered, will go to the Hero Initiative. And if you don't know what that is a wonderful organization that helps comic creators when they are in need. So I will post that link in the description box below as well if you want to check that out if you've never heard of that. But we do want to take care of our comic creators, and that has been my really my heart all this time and from the get-go. So make sure you grab your shirt and wear it proudly.